Hello?
Hello, dear.
Dad, how are you? How's Mom?
We're both fine, thanks. As a matter of fact, we have some wonderful news.
That's great. What happened?
We just won the lottery.
You must be kidding.
No, dear, I'm not kidding. We just won $4 million.
Dad, what are you going to do with all that money?
First of all, we're going to come out to Los Angeles and visit our grandchildren.
Dad, that's wonderful. When are you and Mom going to be here?
Tuesday morning at 11 a.m.
Hello?
Hello, dear.
Dad, how are you? How's Mom?
We're both fine, thanks. As a matter of fact, we have some wonderful news.
That's great. What happened?
We just won the lottery.
You must be kidding.
No, dear, I'm not kidding. We just won $4 million.
Dad, what are you going to do with all that money?
First of all, we're going to come out to Los Angeles and visit our grandchildren.
Dad, that's wonderful. When are you and Mom going to be here?
Tuesday morning at 11 a.m.
Hello?
Hello, dear.
Dad, how are you? How's Mom?
We're both fine, thanks. As a matter of fact, we have some wonderful news.
That's great. What happened?
We just won the lottery.
You must be kidding.
No, dear, I'm not kidding. We just won $4 million.
Dad, what are you going to do with all that money?
First of all, we're going to come out to Los Angeles and visit our grandchildren.
Dad, that's wonderful. When are you and Mom going to be here?
Tuesday morning at 11 a.m.
Dad, what are you going to do with all that money? Well, first, I'm going to come out to Los Angeles and visit our grandchildren.
You'll never believe it.
I'll never believe what?
My Mom and Dad won the money. They won the lottery, $4 million.
That's terrific. I'm so happy for them. What are they going to do with all the money?
First, they're going to come and visit us.
That's great. Are you going to call David and tell him the good news?
Right now. You'll never believe it.
I'll never believe what?
My Mom and Dad won the money. They won the lottery, $4 million.
That's terrific. I'm so happy for them. What are they going to do with all the money?
First, they're going to come and visit us.
That's great. Are you going to call David and tell him the good news?
Right now. You'll never believe it.
I'll never believe what?
My Mom and Dad won the money. They won the lottery, $4 million.
That's terrific. I'm so happy for them. What are they going to do with all the money?
First, they're going to come and visit us.
That's great. Are you going to call David and tell him the good news?
Right now.
You're not going to believe this, but Mom and Dad just won the lottery. You're kidding. How much? $4 million.
He's not there.
Try calling Monica's number.
Okay.
Hello?
Monica? It's Donna. How are you?
Fine. You sound happy.
I am. Is David there?
Yes, he is. Just a second. It's Donna for you.
Hi, Don. What's going on?
You're not going to believe this, but Mom and Dad just won the lottery.
You're kidding. How much?
$4 million.
$4 million? You're right. I don't believe it. You're pulling my leg, right? Is it April the 1st?
No, really. Dad just called me. They're going to visit us. They're coming to Los Angeles next week.
Don, that's great. Do you think they might buy me a new car then?
David!
Just kidding.
He's not there.
Try calling Monica's number.
Okay.
Hello?
Monica? It's Donna. How are you?
Fine. You sound happy.
I am. Is David there?
Yes, he is. Just a second. It's Donna for you.
Hi, Don. What's going on?
You're not going to believe this, but Mom and Dad just won the lottery.
You're kidding. How much?
$4 million.
$4 million? You're right. I don't believe it. You're pulling my leg, right? Is it April the 1st?
No, really. Dad just called me. They're going to visit us. They're coming to Los Angeles next week.
Don, that's great. Do you think they might buy me a new car then?
David!
Just kidding.
He's not there.
Try calling Monica's number.
Okay.
Hello?
Monica? It's Donna. How are you?
Fine. You sound happy.
I am. Is David there?
Yes, he is. Just a second. It's Donna for you.
Hi, Don. What's going on?
You're not going to believe this, but Mom and Dad just won the lottery.
You're kidding. How much?
$4 million.
$4 million? You're right. I don't believe it. You're pulling my leg, right? Is it April the 1st?
No, really. Dad just called me. They're going to visit us. They're coming to Los Angeles next week.
Don, that's great. Do you think they might buy me a new car then?
David!
Just kidding.
You're not going to believe this, but Mom and Dad just won the lottery. You're kidding. How much? $4 million.
Hi, welcome to Book Unit 3. In this unit, we are going to review the future with going to, the contractions of the verb to be, and we are going to talk about relaxed speech for going to, the word gonna. And we will be introducing negative interrogatives. Isn't that going to be fun? Let's get started. Now, remember the future with going to. We take the conjugation of the verb to be, plus the phrase going to, plus the base form of the verb. For example, I am, plus going to, plus the verb eat. I am going to eat. In our last unit, we learned the simple future. In that case, we would say, I will eat. In this form of the future tense, we say, I am going to eat. Let's take a look at the affirmative in this verb going to, this form going to. Okay? I am going to eat. You are going to eat. He is going to eat. How about she is? She is going to eat. It is. It is going to eat. We are going to eat. You are going to eat. And they are going to eat. Now, we also, of course, use contractions. I am going to eat becomes I'm going to eat. You are going to eat becomes you're going to eat. He is going to eat becomes he's going to eat. She is going to eat becomes she's going to eat. It is going to eat becomes it's going to eat. We are going to eat becomes we're going to eat. You are going to eat becomes you're going to eat. They are going to eat becomes they're going to eat. I think we can clean those up a little bit, don't you? That's better. Let's go on. Now, how about relaxed speech? Going to is the way we pronounce that phrase carefully. In relaxed speech, however, we use the word gonna, which here we have spelled G-O-N-N-A. Gonna. David is going to call Monica is the careful way to pronounce that sentence. David is going to call Monica. David is going to call Monica. David is going to call Monica. Do you hear the way that that kind of pronunciation has evolved? David is gonna call Monica. David is going to 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 call Monica. David is gonna call Monica. Now, how about those contractions with gonna? I'm gonna eat. You're gonna eat. He's gonna eat. She's gonna eat. It's gonna eat. We're gonna eat. You're gonna eat. They're gonna eat. This will help you enormously in understanding the regular speech of most Americans. No matter where you go in America, you're gonna hear gonna. Now, how about negatives in this tense? I am not going to eat. You are not going to eat. He, tell me. He is not going to eat. She. She is not going to eat. It. It is not going to eat. How about we? We are not going to eat. You. You are not going to eat. And how about they? They are not going to eat. I just ate eat. Now, how about those negative contractions? Remember, there are two ways that we can form the negative contractions of the verb to be. This is the first way. We combine the subject pronoun with the verb to be plus not. So, I am not going to eat becomes I'm not going to eat. You are not going to eat becomes you're not going to eat. How about he? Good. He's not going to eat. She. She's not going to eat. It. It's not going to eat. We. We're not going to eat. You. You're not going to eat. They. They're not going to eat. And we'll clean that up. Very nice. Now, how about relaxed speech using the first form of negative contraction here of this verb to be with going to? I. Can you guess what it's going to be? I'm not going to eat. Little kids, I'm not going to eat. How about you? You're not going to eat. How about he? He's not going to eat. She. She's not going to eat. It. It's not going to eat. We. We're not going to eat. You. You're not going to eat. And they? They're not going to eat. Now, how about negative contractions, the second form? First of all, perhaps you remember that there is only one way that we use the negative contraction with the subject pronoun I. So that is always, I'm not going to eat. But you and the rest of these subject pronouns all have another way to form the negative contraction. And that is the subject pronoun standing alone, and then the verb to be plus not being combined. So, you aren't going to eat. He, tell me. Good. He isn't going to eat. She isn't going to eat. It isn't going to eat. We aren't going to eat. You aren't going to eat. And how about they? They aren't going to eat. It looks like nobody's going to eat, doesn't it? Now, with relaxed speech, we substitute what for going to? We substitute gonna. So, I'm not gonna eat. You. Good. You're not gonna eat. He. He's not gonna eat. She. She's not gonna eat. It. It's not gonna eat. We. We're not gonna eat. You. You're not gonna eat. They. They're not gonna eat. Was that easy for you? I hope so. Now, what about asking questions in this tense? As you know, to form the interrogative, we invert, that is, change the places of the subject pronoun and the conjugation of the verb to be. So, I am going to eat as a question would be, am I going to eat? How about you are going to eat? Are you going to eat? He. Is he going to eat? She. Is she going to eat? It. Is it going to eat? We. Are we going to eat? You. Are you going to eat? They. Are they going to eat? Good. It's better. Now, how about with gonna? Am I going to eat? Are you going to eat? Is he going to eat? Is she going to eat? Are we going to eat? Are you going to eat? Are they going to eat? Now it's time for us to learn the new way of asking questions. It's called the negative interrogative. First of all, let me explain the way that we form the negative interrogative. In this case, we invert the negative contraction, and I'm talking about the second form of negative contraction of the verb to be. Okay? So, let me show you how this works. I'm going to skip I am going to eat because it's an exception. So let's start with you are going to eat. And that becomes aren't you going to eat? How about he is going to eat? Isn't he going to eat? You see that? How we're putting the negative contraction, second form, in front of, we're inverting the order of the negative contraction and the subject pronoun. So, aren't you going to eat? Isn't he going to eat? How about she? Isn't she going to eat? How about it? Isn't it going to eat? How about we? Aren't we going to eat? You. Aren't you going to eat? How about they? Aren't they going to eat? Now, why did I leave I for last? Well, that is because there are two different ways that we use the negative interrogative with I. And since I does not have a second form of a second negative contraction, as I just reminded you earlier, the way that we would form that negative interrogative question with I is to say, am I not going to eat? Am I not going to eat? Now that's a little formal. You'll hear it more in British English than in American, frankly. And the more informal way of saying that is to say, aren't I going to eat? Now, we never use aren't with I in the regular order of that. That's completely wrong. It's never said. Aren't I, however, is said in the way of using this negative interrogative form. So for I, we can say, am I not, or aren't I? It's also, by the way, sometimes said, are you not going to eat? Are you not going to go with me? You know, is she not going to come with us? This is also fine. That's okay to say. But more commonly, you're going to hear, isn't he or isn't she, and so on. But am I not, clean that up, going to eat? Aren't I going to eat? Aren't you, isn't he, isn't she, isn't it going to eat? Aren't we, aren't you, aren't they going to eat? Okay? Now how about the use of this negative interrogative question? There are some different ways that, or times when we will use the negative interrogative. Probably the most common would be like this. You notice that it says here, aren't we going to go to lunch? Now, we often use a negative question. Aren't we going to go to lunch? When we thought that something was going to happen that isn't happening. For example, I think that we're going to go to lunch, but the friend that I am with says the movie starts in 5 minutes. We've got to get to the theater. And I say, oh, aren't we going to lunch? It's a little different from a direct question. Are we going to lunch is a simple question. I don't know one way or the other, so I'm asking, are we going to lunch? But if I think that something is going to happen and it isn't happening, I would more likely use that negative interrogation. Aren't we going to lunch? I thought we were going to lunch. Is that clear? Now, you remember at the very beginning I said, isn't that going to be fun? Now, again, if I just say, is that going to be fun? I'm probably asking a question that I don't already know the answer to. But saying, isn't that going to be fun? Is a way of encouraging you to join with me in my sense that this thing that we are going to do is going to be fun. It's a little bit like what? Do you remember the tag-on questions? That's going to be fun, isn't it? Isn't that going to be fun? Same sort of feeling, where I am, by my question, encouraging you to understand something the way that I do. Now, similarly, I might say, isn't that going to be difficult? Again, this is something that I might say if I believe that something is going to be difficult and you seem not to be aware of that, seem not to think that. So I might question what you are assuming by saying, but isn't that going to be difficult? Like, I have a feeling that's going to be difficult. Don't you think it is too? Huh? You see what I mean? There are attitudes and other sorts of statements that are being made in these kinds of negative interrogative questions that are different from simple questions. Is that going to be difficult? Is a straightforward, simple question. I don't know if it's going to be difficult or not, but I'm asking you. Isn't that going to be difficult? Is a way of saying, boy, that looks like it's going to be really difficult. Okay? You'll pick up more of this when we do the exercises, by the way. And now let's go on to relaxed speech using this negative interrogative form. Am I not going to eat? Is one way to use negative interrogative with the subject pronoun I. What's the other one? Do you remember? Aren't I going to eat? How about you? Aren't you going to eat? He. Let me hear you. Isn't he gonna eat? She. Let me hear you. Isn't she gonna eat? It. Isn't it gonna eat? Aren't I gonna hear you this time? How about we? Aren't we gonna eat? You, plural. Aren't you gonna eat? They. Aren't they gonna eat? Good. So now it's time to go on to the exercises. It's a strange exercise logo, isn't it? Instead of one of our people, we have a clock running a marathon, but it looks sort of like a melting Salvador Dali clock, doesn't it? Isn't that clock like a Salvador Dali melting clock? Now, look at the picture. And we're going to practice some short answers in this exercise. Is he going to watch TV? Well, it looks to me like he's sitting in front of a place setting. There are forks, knives, and spoons, and a plate. So it looks like he's going to do what? Looks like he's going to eat. So our short answer would be, no, he isn't. Is he going to watch TV? No, he isn't. Is he going to eat? Yes, he is. Let's try some more of these. Is he going to do his homework? No. Tell me. Subject pronoun. He, negative contraction, isn't. No, he isn't. Is he going to catch that butterfly? Yes. Good. Yes, he is. Is he going to catch that butterfly? Yes, he is. Are they going to wash the car? Answer? No, they aren't. No, they aren't. Are they going to go fishing? Yes, they are. Are they going to go fishing? Yes, they are. Is she going to go fishing? No. She isn't. But is she going to get married? Yes. She is. Is she going to get married? Yes, she is. Is she going to go fishing? No, she isn't. Now, let's move on to practicing with some negative and affirmative statements. And as always in this series, we will begin with the negative statement and then use the affirmative statement. So here's our question based on looking at this picture. Is she going to cook a meal, or is she going to iron the shirt? Okay, so we start with the negative, right? She isn't going to what? She isn't going to cook a meal. She is what? She is going to iron the shirt. We know that because we see her standing there with the iron in her hand at the ironing board. Is he going to take a bath, or is he going to work on his computer? Okay? He isn't, let me hear you. He isn't going to take a bath. He is going to work on his computer. He isn't going to take a bath. He's going to work on his computer. Now, is the plane going to fly over the bridge, or is it going to fly under the bridge? Well, what isn't the plane going to do? Tell me. It isn't going to fly under the bridge. It is going to fly over the bridge, and it did. Let's try another one. Is she going to cook a meal, or is she going to call a doctor? The doctor, actually, doesn't it? Yes. Well, let's see. It looks like she is putting a thermometer into the mouth of a sick child, right? So what isn't she going to do? Good. She isn't going to cook a meal. She is, however, what? Good. She is going to call the doctor. Are they going to wash the car, or are they going to go fishing? Now, for these answers, I'd like you to use relaxed speech. So, okay, it looks like no car washing, right? So how are you going to say that? Remember, relaxed speech, right? They aren't going to wash the car. Check mark on the fishing. They are going to go fishing. Are they going to wash the car, or are they going to go fishing? Well, they aren't going to wash the car. They are going to go fishing. Now, we're going to practice forming some questions. Here we go. Our friend the bride again and her mother waiting so proudly next to the mirror. The statement, she is going to get married. Let's make that into a question. Is she going to get married? Take a look at the next one. He is going to catch that bull. That's sort of a question, isn't it? I don't know if he is going to catch that bull or not. How do we ask the question? Is he going to catch that bull? Probably not, huh? They are going to play music. Make it a question, please. Are they going to play music? Suppose that depends on your definition of music. How about relaxed? How would we say that question using relaxed speech? Are they gonna play music? Are they gonna play music? It is going to rain is the statement. Oh no, Wish I had something to cover my head. Oh, that's better. Phew, that's much better. So, it is going to rain becomes, question, is it going to rain? How would you ask that using relaxed speech? Is it going to rain? Actually, there's a song from a Broadway musical that goes, soon it's gonna rain, I can feel it, soon it's gonna rain, using that very phrase, gonna rain. You are going to go to the beach. Question? Are you going to go to the beach? Now, here we're going to add forming questions using the question word what. We call this interrogatives with what. Let me show you how one of these works. We start out with the same question that we just did. She is going to get married. Is she going to get married, we say, forming the interrogative? Now, let's have a short answer. Yes, she is. Now, let's make a question out of that using what? What is she going to do? What is she going to do? Now, let's give a long answer as opposed to our short answers. She is going to get married. You got that? Form the question, give a short answer, form a question using what, and then give a longer answer. Okay, let's try another one. He is going to fix the computer. Make that into a question, please. Is he going to fix the computer? Short answer. Yes, he is. Now, how about a question using what? What is he going to do? What is he going to do? Now, give me the long answer. He is going to fix the computer, which of course is the sentence with which we began. He is going to fix the computer. Is he going to fix the computer? Yes, he is. What is he going to do? He is going to fix the computer. He is going to get married? I don't know. He looks kind of like a loner to me. A loner is someone who spends much of the time alone. Make it into a question. Is he going to get married? Short answer. Nope. He isn't. Now, how about a question using what? What is he going to do? And then, what is the name of that game that he is playing? It's actually a game called pool. So our question would be, or our statement rather, excuse me, is going to be, he is going to play pool. Actually, that final statement is only the same as the first statement in questions that are answered yes, isn't it? Aren't they? He is going to play pool is different from he is going to get married because the answer to the question about getting married was no. We are going to wash the car. Do they look like they are washing the car? What is the question, first of all? Are we going to wash the car? No. We aren't. What are we going to do? Oh, I shouldn't have told you that, should I? What are we going to do? And what is the answer? They're lifting that musical instrument. They are then moving it. Let's try the verb carry. And what is the name of that musical instrument? Did you say piano? Good. So what's the sentence? What are we going to do? We are going to carry the piano. Now, let's practice and learn a little more about these negative interrogatives. Here are David and Monica. Monica thinks she and David are going to go to the movies. But David says, "Are you ready to go out to dinner?" Monica has a question about this. Monica asks, blank, 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 go to the movies? Blank, 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 go to the movies? See, Monica thinks she and David are going to go to the movies. He says, let's go out to the restaurant. So Monica asks, the negative contraction that starts it is, aren't, subject pronoun. We, and then phrase implying future. Aren't we going to go to the movies? Monica's initial assumption, the first thing Monica thought was not what was happening. So she is questioning that with a negative interrogative. Aren't we going to go to the movies? Let's look in on John and Donna and practice this again. Oh, there's a boxing match. John thinks he and Donna are going to go to the boxing match. Oh. Donna says, Madam Butterfly starts at 8 p.m. John thinks he and Donna are going to go to the boxing match, and Donna says, Madam Butterfly starts at 8 p.m. John asks, blank, 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 go to the fights? The fights, of course, is another way of talking about the boxing match. So John asks what? Blank, 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 go to the fights? First word? Aren't, subject pronoun. We, phrase implying future. Going to go to the fights? I hope. Sorry, John. Find your tuxedo. You're going to the opera. Now, he thinks she wants to get married soon. She says, I may be going to New York for a great new job. He questions that. He thinks she wants to get married soon. She says, I may be moving to New York for a great new job. He asks, blank, 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 get married? What does he ask? Get married? negative contraction, aren't, subject pronoun, we, phrase implying future, going to get married? Now, this man thought he was going to finish the project last month. But now he thinks, blank, blank, ever blank, blank be done with this? He thought he was going to finish the project last month. Now he thinks, blank, blank, ever blank, blank be done with this? What does he think? He thinks, now remember, using I, and it's only 2 words, so what's that going to be? The negative contraction that we don't usually use with I. Aren't, subject pronoun. I, ever, phrase implying future, going to be done with this? Aren't I ever going to be done with this? Now, what's the other negative contraction involving I that we can use for these interrogative statements, these questions? Blank, 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 ever going to be done with this? Remember? Ever going to be done with this? Am I not ever going to be done with this? It feels to him like it's taking forever. That means it feels like it's taking a long, long, long time. Here's the reporter. The reporter thinks everyone is listening to me very carefully. Oh, but there's the viewer in his armchair, and he's thinking, blank, 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 be quiet soon. I'm sleepy. What's the viewer thinking? Blank, 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 be quiet soon. I'm sleepy. You get this one? It's a little trickier. Isn't he going to be quiet soon? I'm sleepy. Maybe you're sleepy too. Well, let's take a look at this one. I thought the lesson was fascinating for all my students. I thought the lesson was fascinating for all my students. The students say to me, blank, blank, ever, blank, blank, be done with this? Do you get that one? Now remember, the students are saying this to me. So what is the subject pronoun and what is the contraction that we're going to use inverted for those first 2 words? Blank, blank, ever, blank, blank, be done with this? The students say to me. Okay, they say, teacher, aren't you ever, what's the phrase? Going to be done with this? Oh, teacher, aren't you ever going to be done with this? Well, actually, I am done with this right now. And I hope that this is gonna help you to understand both this future tense using going to, give you a good review of all those contractions and ways of making questions, and also, isn't this going to help you understand negative questions better also? It sure will. Thanks for joining me here to learn English at LEI.